Hey gang, so a few videos back I made the comment about that I was doing a commercial job, and y'all all got the big kick out of it. Some of y'all called me the YMCA. I had the whole hard hat thing and all that good stuff. Well, the job is done and delivered, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Basically, they had some very specific shots that they needed for their website. They're an oil field company. They sell oil field related products and things of this sort. Anyway, it was really neat. It was kind of a fun, but they kind of at the same time, while they had specific things that they needed me to do, they sort of at the same time turned me loose and said, look, if you see something cool, take a picture of it. We need guys unloading trucks. Well, I spent 30 minutes photographing guys unloading trucks from all different angles, different lenses and things of this sort. They need aerial shots of this and aerial shots of that, and anyway, just different little things like that. I thought it was really slick. But what I did was I subscribed to the philosophy that you give people a little bit extra, give them a little more than what they expect, and you charge them just a little bit less than what you agreed upon. So you give them a little bit more and you charge them a little bit less, and theoretically what you're going to have is an extremely ecstatic customer, especially if what you do for the customer is good. So in this scenario, again, this was all web images, nothing that they're having printed, they wasn't making prints for the wall or anything like that. So, these images are like 1,200 on the long side. And what I did was literally just super simple. I ran it. After I got all the images sifted out and took out, bad ones and blurries and shakes and all kinds of things like that, and just had the good stuff left over, I basically ran it through what I do as far as to real estate images, which is a little bit of sharpening and then a little bit of a levels treatment that, makes it a little bit more punchy. But that's what I did to the images. So there was no sitting down in front of Photoshop and working every image. The next thing I did is they literally had a list for me, and on the list was around, I think, 25 images. This was their list of, this is what we want, okay? I think it was 20, now that I think about it. It's about 20 images. I delivered over 300, and they all were related to what they asked for. So men loading a truck, I didn't give them one image of men loading a truck. I gave them 10, 15 images of men loading a truck, the chevron sign, something with a safety image. One was called a safety image they need. I told them, I was like, man, to me a safety image is just someone with a big happy face, big cheesy smile with your logo going on behind them. And so I did, like, every time I'd photograph a guy with his truck, I'd say, hey, come see, let me do a picture real quick. Stand right here, give me a big cheesy smile, wide angle lens, up tight, real close on his face, but the truck behind him, that kind of thing, just kind of real advertising looking. Man, they loved it. And then when it came to billing, what I did was, I told them that, the bill was going to come in at $250 an hour, and they said no problem. And it was like 3 locations. I had to go way down boondock. It was looking at over an hour to drive to one of the locations, and then over an hour to drive back. Another one of the locations that I had to go to twice, that was a 30-45 minute drive. The one in town was a 20-minute drive. So this was not little to no driving time. I estimated on the light side about 6 hours of driving. Then I estimated about 8 hours of retouching, okay? And literally on the bill, I put 6 hours driving, $125 an hour, adjusted $0. Same thing with retouching, $125 an hour, 8 hours retouching, adjusted $0. Then I billed them for 8 hours of photography time at $250 an hour, $2,000. And then 1 hour photography time, $250 an hour, adjusted, $0. And I explained to him that, you know, that was for, you know, I ended up working 9 hours, but I wasn't working constantly for 9 hours. So that extra hour, I had to explain to him, that's, you know, me walking around, shooting the breeze with the boss, making fun with the receptionist, telling a couple of Boudreaux jokes, you know, that kind of thing. I explained to him that's what that was, you know. I said, that way y'all not paying me to goof off, because there was some goof off time. So they thought that was the coolest thing, man. They're not used to people being like all brutally honest like that, you know. So I don't have to wait 6 months for my money. They done put it in the order and they're sending me a check. How you like that? So I mean, that's just some side advice when it comes to, I mean, that's customers in general. Charge them just a little bit less than agreed upon, but deliver more. And you do that, I mean, you can't help but be successful. Now, don't go too crazy with that, because you can nice yourself right out of business. Think about that. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.